Hi guys, I am Chitaranand Das. Let us study about the electrolysis. Okay, today we read about the electrolysis. This is the most important process to separate the ion from ionic compound. This is the most important process to separate the ions from ionic compounds. Okay, and by using the electrolysis process, Faraday find out the two important laws. Okay, that is also today we also read about the Faraday's laws of electrolysis. So before going to Faraday laws of electrolysis, first you understand what do you mean by the electrolysis. Okay, what is the meaning of electrolysis? Electrolysis means it is a process. It is a process of chemical decomposition of an electrolyte, by passing electric current. Okay, in the solution or in fused state. Suppose this electrolysis generally carried out in a tank or containers with a insulator wall or glass dome. This is called electrolytic tank. And the electrolytic solution, aqueous solution of electrolyte or in fused state are taken inside the container. Then two metallic plates are dipped into the solution, and this plate are connected with the two pole of battery. Okay, this is positive pole, this is negative pole. This electrode which are connected to the positive pole, that is called anode, and the electrode which connect to the negative pole, that is called cathode. Okay, remember that in galvanic cell anode is the negative, but in electrolytic cell the anode is positive. Okay, there is no confusion between the galvanic cell or electrolytic cell. And some students think that the anode mean positive, cathode mean negative. No, in galvanic cell anode is negative, and in electrolytic cell anode is positive. Okay, so generally it carried out in a tank. Which is called electrolytic tank. Okay, then the aqueous solution or fused state of electrolyte are taken inside the tank. Then two metallic plate are dipped into the solution, into the solution. Third things, the terminal of electrode, then the terminal of electrodes are connected with two pole of battery, two pole of battery. Okay, mean electrolysis mean the process of chemical decomposition of an electrolyte in ionic form in or aqueous solution or in fused state. Okay, mean the separation of two ion from the electrolyte. Okay, that is called electrolysis, and electrolysis generally carried out in a tank. Normally it carried out in a tank, that is called electrolytic tank. Electrolytic tank. And the two metallic plate which is act as electrode are dipped into the solution. Remember that two metallic plate are dipped into the solution and connected with a battery. Okay, the electrode which connected to the positive pole, that is called anode. The electrode which connected to the negative pole, that is called cathode. Okay, then what happened when current pass through the solution? What happened when current pass through the solution? You know that the electrolyte are split into the ion in a aqueous solution and a ionic form. Okay, electrolyte are split into ion in aqueous solution or in fused state. Okay, we know that when NaCl, the dissolved in water, the NaCl split into Na plus. Suppose the electrolyte is NaCl in aqueous solution, then NaCl split into Na plus and Cl minus. Okay, the electrolyte are split into two opposite ion. Okay, in solution or in fused state. Then when current pass through the solution, here is positive ion and a negative ion. Okay, positive ion and negative ion present in the solution. This is the negative electrode, this is positive electrode. When current pass, then positive ion moves toward the negatively charged electrode, mean cathode. You know that the opposite charge are attract to each other, so that positively charged ion moves toward the cathode and the negatively charged ion moves toward the anode, and this the ionic movement are called the electrolytic, are called the electric movement or electric conduction. Okay, this is known as electrolytic conduction or ionic mobility Ionic mobility means the speed of electron, the speed of the movement of ion toward the respective electrode with the gradient of potential. Okay, that is also called ionic mobility. Mean when current passed through solution, then the positive ion moves towards, negatively charged negatively charged electrode and the negative charged ion moves towards anode, or positively charged electrode moves towards anode. Okay, then positive charge moves towards cathode, because here is negative, here is positive, so it moves towards the cathode and the negative ion moves towards the anode. Then what happened when they reached at the cathode? Why they move towards the cathode? Why the positive ion moves towards the cathode? Positive ion mean the deficiency of electron. Positive ion mean deficiency of electron, because they convert to positive ion due to lose their electrons, so that say they are wants to accept electron. When they accept electron, then it convert to normal state. Okay, when they accept electron, they convert to normal state. So that when positive ion reached at the cathode, it accept electron, because here is the negatively charged electrode. Negatively charged electron means the concentration of electron is more than the positively charged electrode. As here is electrons are present, so when the positive ion reached at cathode, then it accept or gain electron and deposited or liberated at that electrode. If in solid form, that will deposited on the cathode. Mean when the positive ion, okay, when the positive ion reached at cathode, when positive ion reached at cathode, it gain electron and deposit on cathode. Okay, deposit on cathode, like that. When negative ion reached at anode, it lose electron and liberate in form of gas there. Okay, mean negatively charged ion mean that contain the extra electron. Okay, they also want to lose their electron and comes back to original state of the atom. Okay, so means when electric current pass through the electrolyte, then the positive ion moves toward cathode and negative ion moves toward anode. Why positive ion moves toward cathode? Because they want to gain electron, and the negative electrode contain the electron. Mean when this positive ion reaches the cathode, means negatively charged electrode, it gain electron and deposit on it. And like that, when negatively charged electron reached at a node, that lose electron and liberate in at molecular form. Okay, then the cell reaction, what that is called the cell reaction. What is the cell reaction takes place in this process. Okay, now we read about the cell reaction. The electrolytic product of the electrolysis or the cell reaction takes place inside this when current pass through the solution. Mean you know that at anode, which is moves toward the anode, the negatively charged electrode. So at anode, okay, negative ion, anion, okay, reached at anode and lose electron. Suppose it n minus, then it lose n electron, and lose n electron, and this liberate at a anode. So like that at cathode, the positive ion mean cation gain electron, suppose n plus gain n electron and convert to element or C. Okay, this is called the electrolytic product of electrolysis. For example, when the electricity pass through the or current pass through the sodium chloride solution, not in fused state. Okay, if the current passed through fused NaCl, fused NaCl mean, you know that in fused state, then the NaCl split into Na plus Cl minus. NaCl split into Na plus and Cl minus. So Na plus moves toward cathode, mean at cathode. Okay, at cathode, the positive ion mean Na plus gain electron plus mean it lose one electron. Na plus mean what? It lose one electron and gain one electron and convert to Na solid. Here is in aqueous form or in fused form, then ionic form, you convert to Na solid and deposited on cathode. Like that at anode, the negatively charged ion means Cl minus lose one electron and convert to what? Chlorine. Convert to chlorine and liberate there. Okay, it lose electron, it gain electron. This is the electrolytic product of the fused NaCl solution. Okay, then what happens when the current pass through aqueous NaCl solution? If current passed through aqueous solution of NaCl. Aqueous solution of NaCl mean the NaCl split into Na plus Cl minus. And when current pass through the water, mean water also split into H plus OH minus. H plus OH minus. So at cathode, you know that the positively charged ion moves toward cathode. Here is two positive ion, Na plus and H plus. Okay, Na plus and H plus. Then question arises, which one goes to the cathode? Here is the two competitors. Okay, so which one goes to the cathode? So when two or more than two cation or positive ion present in solution, then the less reactive element goes toward the cathode to accept electron. So here is out of Na plus and H plus are the less reactive. Okay, H plus are the less reactive. So H plus, suppose 2H plus gain 2 electron and convert to H2. Like that at anode, which one goes to the, here is also 2 negative ion. So which one goes toward the anode? Okay, which one goes toward the anode? We say that is the less reactive ion goes toward the cathode. Out of OH minus and Cl minus, then Cl minus moves toward the anode. Mean when 2 Cl minus reached at cathode, it convert to chlorine gas plus 2 electron. Okay, the here is also Cl2 liberate at cathode, hydrogen liberate because it is in a gaseous form. Okay, that is the electrolytic product of aqueous solution. Then you first find out whether the single mean one positive ion, one negative ion. There is no confusion. Positive moves toward the cathode and negative moves toward the anode. But when two type of ion, mean two positive ion, two negative ion present in solution, then confusion comes. There is no confusion, only the less reactive element moves toward the respective electrode. Okay, then we write the reactive order. So how can I know which one is the less reactive? If you remember the electrochemical series, then you easily know. But you specifically some ionic compound or remember their order, which are less reactive, which is more reactive, because this is the most important part, knowledge part, that is the root level of the electrolytic product. Okay, if you are not identify which one is the less reactive, which one is more reactive, then you can write the electrolytic product of electrolysis. Okay, then we write the what? Reactive order of some important ion. The reactive order of the positive ion, negative ion. The more reactive is the potassium mean K plus ion, then Ca2 plus ion mean calcium, then sodium, then magnesium, then zinc, then iron, then lead, then hydrogen, then Cu2 plus, then Ag plus. Okay, if in aqueous form of CuSO4 means Cu2 plus SO4 2 minus, in H2O dissociate into H plus OH minus, then which one goes toward the out of Cu2 plus and H plus, which moves toward the cathode. Here is in case of aqueous NaCl solution, Na plus out of Na plus and H plus. Okay, the H plus moves because Na plus is more reactive than H plus. But in this solution, Cu2 plus is less reactive than H plus ion. You see the Cu2 plus are less reactive than H plus. So Cu moves toward the cathode and deposit on cathode. Out of SO4 2 minus and OH 2 minus. That is OH minus are less reactive. Here is out of OH minus and Cl minus, the Cl minus are less reactive. Here you see that sulfate ion, then negative SO4 2 minus ion, then NO3 minus ion, OH minus ion, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus, like that. Okay, means sulfate ion is more reactive than nitrate ion. Nitrate ion is more reactive than hydroxide ion. Hydroxide ion is more reactive than chloride ion. Chloride ion are more reactive than bromide ion. Bromide ion are more reactive than iodide ion. Okay, then if you know or remember the reactive order of the element, there is no problem to write the electrolytic product of the electrolysis process or in any electrolytic cell. Okay, this is the most important question. Write the electrolytic product of an, suppose in aqueous solution NaCl, aqueous solution of NaCl, aqueous solution of CuSO4, like that. Okay, if in few steps there is no confusion form, because one positive ion and one negative ion. Positive ion obviously go to the cathode and negative ion obviously goes to the anode. There is no confusion. But when more than one ion, present in solution, then you find out which one is more reactive and which one is less reactive. Okay, then the electrolytic conductance. Okay, mean the conduction of electrolytic mean the movement of ion toward the respective electrode. The movement of the ion toward the respective electrodes. And important question, that is ion mobility. Ion mobility. Okay, mobility means the movement of ion and the speed of ion. And the speed of ion, okay, speed of ion under potential gradient of 1 volt. Okay, when there is the potential difference of an electrolytic mean current is 1 volt, then the speed of ion, they are known as ionic mobility. Ionic mobility means the total potential divided by distance between two electrode. Okay, it is also experimentally proved that ionic mobility equal to total potential or here is the write that total potential by distance between two electrode, but experimentally proved that the ionic conductance divided by ionic conductance divided by 96500 coulomb or 1 Faraday. Okay, divided by 96500 coulomb, divided by the ionic conductance of the solution by 96500 coulomb or 1 Faraday. If ionic conductance equal to 38.5 ohm inverse centimeter square mole inverse. Okay, then what is the ionic mobility? Ionic mobility equal to, given the ionic conductance is what? 38.5 is ionic conductance. So the given part is the ionic conductance, means 38.5 divided by 96500. Okay, that is the ionic mobility. Then we are now going to read about the Faraday's laws of electrolysis. Means Faraday formulated two laws, that is first law of Faraday and second law of Faraday, because he observed that when current flow the solution, then the mass of substance deposit or liberate at electrodes. When the current are increased, then the substance deposit or liberate also increase. If the same current flow for the more time, in time is increased, there is also increase of what? The substance deposit or liberate at electrode. Means the current and time both are directly proportional to the product of current and time are directly proportional to the mass of substance deposit or liberate, to the mass of substance deposit or liberate at electrode. Directly proportional means, suppose A directly proportional B, means when A increase, then B also increase. Okay, here is, I say that current and time mean Q and I, current mean what? I into the product of current into time are directly proportional to the mass of substance. Okay, to the mass of substance. I into T mean what? Q directly proportional to the M. This is the first law of Faraday. You observe that when the current flow the solution, then when current is increased more and more, the mass of substance deposited and liberate more and more. Okay, then you write the first law of Faraday. The first law of Faraday. Okay, first law of Faraday means, you know that when the mass of substance deposit or liberate are depending upon the electricity passed through the solution. Mean it is when one is mean the substance of deposit or liberate increase when the flow of electricity increase. so that it is directly proportional. Law means nothing. That is only a directly proportional, a inversely proportional. That is a relationship between two things. That is the law. Okay, mean the first law of Faraday means the mass of substance deposit or liberate at a electron as a result of electrolysis are directly proportional to what? Quantity of electron passed through the solution. Very easy. There is only two things. One is the mass of substance deposit or liberate. Another thing is the amount of electricity passed through solution. Okay, the amount of electricity passed through solution, and there is the related with a directly proportional. So that this law states that the mass of substance deposit or liberate as a result of electrolysis, electrolysis are directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through solution. Okay, mean this law states that the mass of substance deposit or liberate as a result of electrolysis are directly proportional to the quantity of electricity. The mass of substance, quantity of electricity. This is the two important things of this law are directly proportional to each other. Okay, in this law states that the mass of substance deposit where? The respective electrode. The mass of substance deposit at respective electrode are directly proportional to the quantity of electricity. You remember only the mass of substance and quantity of electricity are directly proportional to each other. The mass of substance and quantity of electricity. Mass of substance, what? Deposit or liberate are directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through solution. Mean if W gram substance deposit by passing Q coulomb electricity, then Q are directly proportional. W are directly proportional to Q, or W directly proportional to IT, because Q equal to IT. Okay, and you know that when we remove the proportional sign, then we put a constant. We remove the proportional sign, then we put a constant. Mean W equal to ZIT. Z is a proportionality constant. Okay, Z is a proportionality constant, or it is also called ECE, electrochemical equivalent. It is also called electrochemical equivalent. Okay, it is also called electrochemical equivalent. Okay, mean when you know that W equal to what? ZIT. W mean W equal to ZIT. W equal to ZIT. Mean if I equal to 1 ampere, T equal to 1 second, then W equal to Z into 1 or W equal to Z. That means when 1 ampere current pass through a solution for 1 second, then the mass of substance deposited or liberated electrode are called the electrochemical equivalent. Okay, electrochemical equivalent mean it is the mass of substance deposited or liberated by passing 1 ampere current for 1 second, mean 1 coulomb electricity. Okay, mean it is defined as the mass of substance deposit or liberate by passing 1 ampere current for 1 second. 1 ampere current for 1 second or 1 coulomb electricity. Okay, electricity. Then you remember that the mass of 1 electron, equal to what? This is the derivation of first law of Faraday, W equal to ZIT. Then for the problem, so you should remember this, mean mass of charge of 1 electron equal to what? 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulomb. Then charge of 1 mole electron, equal to what? That is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 into 1 mole mean 6.023 into 10 to the power 23, which is equal to, that is the approximate value is 96500 coulomb. Mean 96500 coulomb are called 1 Faraday. 1 Faraday. Okay. Then most important thing, that is the charge of 1 mole electron. In 1 Faraday means the charge of 1 mole electron, or 96500 coulomb mean charge of 1 mole electron. Okay, that is also help in order to calculate the problem. Then the important things, when 1 Faraday or 96500 coulomb electricity pass through a solution, if 96500 coulomb electricity pass through a solution, then the mass of substance deposited or liberated, mean the gram equivalent mass of an substance will be deposited. Okay, if copper will deposit, then the equivalent mass of copper will be deposit, the gram equivalent mass of copper will deposit at a electrode when passing 1 Faraday electricity. Okay, if you 1 Faraday electricity passing through the fused NaCl, then what will deposit? Sodium will deposit or chlorine and liberate. Means the gram equivalent mass of sodium will deposit at here, and the gram equivalent mass of chlorine will liberate when passing 1 Faraday electricity. Okay, by passing 96500 coulomb or 1 Faraday, then the gram equivalent mass of substance are deposit or liberate, then equivalent mass mean, what is gram equivalent mass? If equivalent mass converted to gram, okay, or equivalent mass of 1 mole substance, that is called gram equivalent mass. Then how can we calculate equivalent mass equal to atomic mass by valency. Okay, valency means mass by n factor. If acid, then you said that molecular mass by basicity. If base, that is molecular mass by acidity. If salt, that is molecular mass by valency of positive ion, या basic radical or negative ion or acid radical. So the equivalent mass is the most important part. Mean when 96500 coulomb pass through solution, then 1 gram equivalent mass will deposit. Okay, this is the basic things. If 1 coulomb electricity pass through the solution, then equivalent mass, gram equivalent mass divided by 96500. You know that when 1 coulomb electricity, then the mass of substance deposited and liberated in electrode are called the electrochemical equivalent, yeah, Z. So that Z equal to, that is the most important formula to calculate the problem on first law of Faraday. Z equal to equivalent mass by 96500. Because you know that in first law formula Faraday is equal to what? W equal to ZIT. Okay, always the I or T given, the find out the mass. Then what is the value of Z? You find out the equivalent mass of by 96500. If the current will given, the mass of substance will given and the required to time, then we also put the value of Z, that is equivalent mass by 96500. Okay, Z value do not give the directly in the problem. So this is the most important formula to calculate the problem using first law of Faraday. Okay, on next class we read about the or calculate some important problem on the basis of first law of Faraday. Okay, thank you.